March 18th, 2026. Somewhere, an anonymous account hits publish. 9 minutes later, a phone lights up, then another, then hundreds more. By morning, a $300 million company is starting to come apart. Rewind 2 years. 2 MIT students believe something everyone else accepts is broken. Compliance, the paperwork that lets companies sell to hospitals, banks, governments, is slow, expensive. In the middle of an AI gold rush, they think they can automate all of it. So in 2023, Karun Kaushik and Celine Kokelar drop out of MIT. Together they build a company called Delve. The pitch: AI agents that collect evidence and write audit reports in days, not months. It's a real problem, and on paper, a genuinely clever idea. But ideas alone don't reach a $300 million valuation. Combinator accepts them into its winter 2024 batch. $3 million in seed funding follows. Then $32 million more at a $300 million valuation led by Insight Partners. The New York Times profiles them as the future of Gen Z entrepreneurship. By January 2026, Delve says it's serving over 1,000 companies in 50 countries. Both founders make the Forbes 30 Under 30 list. Karun emails MIT students, offering $10,000 just to refer a hire. Money is pouring in, headlines are glowing, momentum feels unstoppable. But fast growth in a business built on trust has a way of outrunning itself. Somewhere inside all that growth, a crack is already forming. No one outside the company knows it yet. Then, in March 2026, someone claiming to be a former client's employee starts writing. The post is called Fake Compliance as a Service. The allegation: Delve wasn't automating audits. It was allegedly generating the auditor's own conclusions, before anyone independent reviewed the evidence. The report names 2 verification firms, Accorp and Gradient. According to the report, both were effectively the same operation, despite being marketed as US-based auditors. The report claims fabricated evidence of board meetings and tests that were never run. It names specific clients who may have been certified without ever being properly checked. Delve disputes all of it. In a blog post, the company calls the claims inaccurate and says independent auditors, not Delve, issue every final opinion. 2 accounts, 1 company at the center of both. Let's lay out exactly what's been alleged and what hasn't been proven. March 28th, a second wave of documents surfaces. Internal messages reference a channel called Project Audit Automation. Another reportedly shows an internal tool nicknamed Celine's Report Generator. A recorded conversation reportedly has the CEO questioning whether the audit partner reviewed the evidence at all. None of this has been tested in court. Delve says the material was stolen and taken out of context. The founders say the leak came from a targeted cyber attack, not a whistleblower. They say 2 independent forensic firms back that version of events. The whistleblower says the evidence speaks for itself. 2 irreconcilable stories, one set of 1,000+ customers caught in between. So how does a company respond when its own community starts asking questions? On April 3rd, the founders respond directly. In a video statement, Kaushik says the company grew too fast and fell short. But he insists Delve did not defraud anyone. He says 2 forensics firms traced the leak to a coordinated cyber attack, not a whistleblower. Combinator isn't convinced. On April 3rd, Delve is quietly removed from YC's startup directory. CEO Gary Tan later explains, "When trust breaks down, there's really only one thing to do." But here's what most headlines missed. The compliance allegations weren't the only reason Delve got expelled. According to reporting, a second claim sat right alongside it. Delve allegedly forked a fellow YC startup's open source code. The tool was called SimStudio, from a startup named Sim.ai. Reports say it was rebranded as Delve's own product, without attribution. Inside Y Combinator's own community, some reporting suggests that betrayal carried its own weight. Founder against founder, inside a system built on shared trust. A single door closes on the story the headlines told. So where does that leave the 1,000+ companies who trusted Delve's certifications? Some of those certifications may still be sitting in client files today. The story was never just about two founders. By April, Delve is named as a co-defendant in a federal class action. The suit is tied to a separate data breach at another AI company that relied on Delve's certifications. The lawsuit is ongoing. No court has ruled on the fraud allegations. Delve maintains it did not defraud its customers. Some former clients have quietly taken their compliance pages offline. Others are waiting to see what the courts decide. Y Combinator has moved on. The Forbes list still exists. For everyone else, the questions didn't come with an ending. Strip away the personalities, and there's a bigger question underneath all of this. SOC 2, HIPAA, ISO 27001. These exist, so companies don't have to trust each other blindly. They only work because someone somewhere actually checks. Delve's story, proven or not, exposed how much of that trust simply assumes the checking happened. The allegation isn't that Delve used AI. An independent human actually looking. The certifications are still out there. So is the question of whether they ever meant anything at all.